Hi, how are ya? Welcome to the first video of the Interwebgirls. I'm G. A little information about myself before we get started into this week's theme. Um, I live on Long Island, which is in the state of New York, and I'm huge into deaf culture, and I sign constantly because I'm hard of hearing. So let's get down to business, shall we? So, first week in discussion is switched at birth. So I want to say I'm ridiculously obsessed with the show. I've been following it for 3 years. But I know there are some people that have no idea what the show is about and think it's kind of lame. Well, I'm here to educate you people. Switched at birth is the best thing ever. And I'll explain for 3 reasons. It connects on a multiple cultural level. It connects to all types of ages, and it's totally amazing. Those are my 3 reasons. The Vasquez-Kenish family. And I'm going to give you a summary of this. There is this girl named Bay Kenish who lives in Kansas City. This is based in Kansas in the Midwest. I think it's Midwest. Yeah, it's the Midwest. And this 15-year-old girl named Bay Kenish goes to this wonderful prep school called Buckner. So they had to do a science experiment where, you know the science experiment where you have to figure out what blood type you are, and they do the little thing in the thing? Well, she found out that she was B, but her parents are both O, so it's completely impossible for them to be different. So she was kind of curious as to why that happened. Keep in mind that Catherine, John, and her older brother Toby look nothing like her. They're pale and Irish and blonde, and Catherine's like a ginger. John is like brown-haired. Bay is jet black hair, olive tone, and beautiful girl. But they always assume that she got her coloring from her grandmother, who was Italian, which makes sense considering I got the same skin. So, but Bay was kind of concerned because she always felt like she was out of the ordinary in that family. So, they got the testing done. Found out that Bay was not biologically related to Catherine or John or Toby. She was like this person living with a family that apparently was not hers. So, they contacted the other family that had their kid. Come to find out that this kid lives in the lower slums of Kansas, called East Riverside. Is raised in a Latin household named Daphne Vasquez. Twist to this whole thing, she's deaf. First thought in my head was, oh my god. I digress. They meet for the first time, and Daphne goes, "Nice to meet you." I flip out. And they meet up, and they go to different houses. They go to the Kenish household to talk. Basically, that whole first season is really figuring out how this whole thing works. Because Daphne is a ginger hair kid living with a Puerto Rican grandmother and mother in the slums and the projects of fucking East Riverside. And she looks nothing like her mother. Nothing like her mother. Her mother's played by Constance Murray, for those of you who don't know who she is. If you've ever seen the George Lopez show, she was George's wife. She's freaking amazing. I love her. She was in Selena with Jennifer Lopez, and she played Selena's mom. Woman is amazing. Just putting it out there. And the reasons I've listed earlier why I love it is because it deals with so many different cultures. One, it deals with the fact of how the rich and the poor interact with each other, so to speak. How different, when you come from an affluent family, how you can deal with different problems, and when you don't come from an affluent family, how difficult it is to find solutions, but you do. You know what I mean? Like, it's the way they work with it. culturally speaking, culturally speaking, uh, Hispanic culture, white culture, and deaf culture. Like, the way these three worlds work with each other is insane and seamlessly. There is a flow that kind of like there's a flow like a stream. It is seamless how this works. Um, and lastly, I'm obsessed because I've been obsessed with deaf culture since I found out about it at a very young age, and it's not really recognized in mainstream media. These actors and actresses who are getting the spotlight in mainstream media, now because of the show, would not have happened for a couple of forerunners in the deaf community that have started entertainment processes, and that's Bob Hilterman, the drummer of Beethoven's Nightmare. It's an all-deaf band. You need to check it out. Marley Madeline, big person in this. Those are the two main people I can think of that made huge strides in the deaf community to be in mainstream media. Bob Hilterman and Marley Madeline have paved the way for these young kids that are now on the show and are getting more acknowledgement and experience in the entertainment world. Stephanie Naragras, I think that's her name is. She plays Natalie on Switched at Birth. Just recently got a 1-episode role on Grimm. Oh my god. So, and that's a nationally syndicated channel. ABC Family was started up maybe 10 years ago. NBC has been around for almost 50 years. So, I think. Don't quote me on that. But I think. So that's a big step. Ryan Lane, who has been in, who played Dummy Hoy, who did a stint episode on Cold Case. I don't like that show. But when I found out they were doing a deaf storyline, done. So ultimately, it brings so much to it. And coming from a Hispanic household myself, that I like to see that whole thing. In the first season, you see Catherine's mother, huge racist against Hispanic people, so that's fun. So that's interesting to see how they handle that. So it's fun to see how they deal with that situation and really put that thought together. I honestly suggest anyone to see this show. It is so much more than just a deaf girl being switched at birth. I suggest this show to anyone that wants something different to watch on TV. Yes, before anyone says anything, it's a tiny bit conservative, Liz. It's a tiny bit conservative. And that's fine by me. It's not like it's not like heavy Christian here we're talking, but for the most part, it's a tiny bit conservative on the whole sex issue, but I have my own feelings about that, but that's another video for another day. Welcome to the Interwebgirls, guys. I hope you enjoy what's coming up. Next up, we have Becca. I have no idea what she's got planned, but it sounds like it's going to be fun. Make sure to subscribe to Becca and Kara as well, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Alright, I'm going to go, you guys. Love you to death. Okay, bye! As you ruined the video!